today I would really want to talk to you about how to say yes and how to say no. And usually saying yes is much easier than saying no to most of us. But let's say there is a demand on your life, like there is a child, there is a sick person in your family, or there is a puppy that needs to be fed or walked. We are programmed for nurturing, and that's a wonderful thing. Women are natural multitaskers, and we know how to juggle tons of things, but then there comes time when we have to figure out how to say no. And it is difficult, especially during this holiday season, because we have so much on our plates. And simplifying life, yes, is one of the best ways to de-stress our lives during holiday season. But how to say no to people and tasks and invitations, I think the best way to do it is to get centered at least once a day and pray and be silent and talk to your God and ask for guidance. Because there are some things that we are ready to do, we love to do them, but we have so many things on our plate already. And let's say you want to do a ministry, or you want to do something that really sounds right, but you are already stretched thin. It took me years to learn to actually not to say no or yes right away. It's more like, let me think about it, let me pray about it. I was at the meeting just recently, and one of the ladies asked, oh, would you please be a part of our ministry, and we're ministering to foster kids, and can you help in any way? I would love to, but I didn't know if that is something that I'm supposed to be doing at this point. I needed to bring it before the Lord. I needed to ask, Father, am I supposed to be doing this or not? Because we may feel like, oh, this is a good thing, and I don't have a good reason to say no. But you could always say, let me think about it. Let me pray about it. And if it's an invitation from a family member or friend to go to a party, and I hear that a lot, you don't really want to hang out with those people, but you don't know how to say no, and you don't want to lie, and you feel bad about the situation, and you would say yes, and then you just don't feel like going. Learn to exercise this muscle of saying, let me think about it. And yes, you still will be pressured once in a while, but try to do it more often. Try to stop and think, and try to prioritize. On the scale of things, what is the most important thing for you? Because if we are stretched too thin and we are overwhelmed, then we cannot be there for others when they really, really, really need us. And how many times we see women with, let's say, 3 children, and she is snapping at them, and they're not in the car on time, and she is angry because she is not focusing on what is important. And first, what the most important thing is our relationship with God. When we sit down quietly and we talk to Him and we listen for what He is telling us and how He is guiding us. And next is our relationship with our loved ones, those that are entrusted to us to love and support and care for. But it doesn't mean that we're supposed to do everything for them. We're supposed to love them, and we're supposed to be there for them, but also pray for them, which is the most important thing. So if you are wondering how to say no and when to say yes, bring it in prayer and tell the person in front of you, I cannot make that decision right now. There are times when we have to make decision on the spot, and that will be a topic for another video, but sometimes we need to step back and say, learn how to say no, and other times when we need to move forward and stop being indecisive. But today we're talking about going to parties and saying yes to commitments that you probably shouldn't be doing. So practice it, exercise this muscle, and I'll talk to you soon.